We're going to talk about the crossbow today. These limbs and these cams are what we call relaxed right now. The string is actually resting against the string stops. These limbs are relaxed, and as we pull this string back, when we do the procedure with the cranking device, okay, we pull this string back, these limbs are going to come together a little more. These cams, they're going to turn out. Okay, as this is pulled back, this is going to turn out, the limbs are going to compress. At that point, anytime you put your hands or forearms or anything on the outside of these limbs, if it were an accidental discharge and the string came forward, these will slap whatever's near them. So this is a danger zone on the outside of these cams once the string is starting to be pulled back. At any point between here and the locking point back here is dangerous. Okay, once this string is pulled back, you can put your fingers in here if there's an absolute necessity to do it. It's always a bad idea, but if your fingers were incidentally going to end up in here, the string is going to stop at the stops and you really have no danger of injury here. It's the outside from this point back on both sides, on the outsides, are your danger points once you start putting pressure on the string. Now, anything behind these stops, all the way back into here, this string is going to end up in a V, coming out to the limbs, right? Anything in here with your fingers is bad. Same thing as when you're going to pick up the crossbow. If your fingers go beyond this plate's basically there for safety, so your fingers don't go above it. Anytime your fingers are up in here somewhere, they're susceptible to getting taken off with this string. Okay, that comes true even when you're feeding the bolt. Imagine these strings being back here, and then your fingers are way up here somewhere above these and behind them, right? If your fingers are in here when you're feeding it and that accidentally goes off, your fingers are in the way of that string. Those are the danger points. Keep your fingers forward of this line and never behind, never down in between.